Hello guys! I was thinking about making this video yesterday, but since I already posted about 3 Star Wars: The Old Republic videos yesterday, I figured it could wait for today. So today's topic is, I want to talk about what I think is missing in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I know the game is still rather new, but coming from another MMORPG, well, there's just something missing, I think. The game is really great, but keep in mind, guys, no game is perfect to begin with, and no game will ever be perfect, but it will only become better over time. So, what I think is missing, and it's a few things, quite a few things actually. Well, first of all, when you target, you can see, and when I target a target, here, there's a Berserk circuit droid in front of me. When I target it, it doesn't show anything special. I mean, of course, you can see the thing that is circling around it. Well, that's fairly obvious. But what if you fight a group of people? And imagine this is being PvP or something. Okay, you're fighting a group of people. How can you easily see what target you have targeted? It's not very easy. I mean, you can see around the on the ground here, but on the nameplate, if you just look at the name of the enemy, how can you tell which of these targets, which of these enemies you have targeted? I think that's really hard, and that's really annoying. So when you're fighting a group of mobs or you're fighting in PvP, it's just really hard to see who you targeted. Of course, you can see down here, but still, I want to see the difference in the nameplate. Just make them look yellow or something. Make the nameplate yellow, the text yellow. That's all I ask for. Another thing is, you don't have target of target in this game, which really sucks if you're a tank, and if you're DPS, of course, or healer even. I mean, even if you're a healer. But as a tank, it's really nice to know which person the mob has targeted. It just makes it a whole lot easier. You can see I've got this target, but I don't know what that mob is currently attacking. I can obviously look at my screen, but if I'm, for example, it's just much easier to react on target, and etc. That's something I really think is missing. Some other things that is also missing is things like a threat meter. Would be really awesome to have a threat meter, just some sort of indication how much threat do I have on that target. Because it's not very hard when I'm just fighting one mob, but when I'm fighting multiple mobs and I don't know how much threat I have on those different targets, it can be making it really difficult to tank and a little bit random at times. I can be tanking without it, but it just makes things a lot more easy. Also, DPS meter, that is something highly needed in this game as well. One of the very first things one of my friends said was, How can I even compete? I mean, I don't know how good I am doing, if I'm doing bad, if I'm doing good, or if I could do any better. How do I perfect my own gameplay when I don't have damage meter? And that's a really good reason why we should have DPS meter in this game. And combat log, you don't have that either. Now, I don't know how many people use the combat log, but I do know that a lot of parsing for websites, damage meters, add-ons, and all that kind of stuff are based upon the data it collects from the combat log. That's another thing. You don't have add-ons in this game. I'm not sure whether or not that is needed. Really depends on how much BioWare is gonna allow us to, or how many in-game, or if maybe BioWare got other stuff. Maybe they want to control it themselves. I don't care about that as long as they give us the damage meter and threat meter. Would be really awesome. But in my opinion, of course, add-ons will only make the game better, and it's free work for the developers. I mean, the developers don't even have to work themselves. Of course, you have to put limits on what kind of add-ons you make, but that's another thing. Also, they're also missing macros. Macros is something that has been a part of many games, and just makes it a lot easier for a lot of people. However, I believe BioWare did confirm that they are going to be adding macros into the game at some later point, but it wouldn't be there by the launch. But they are working on it and making it easy for people to make macros. So I'm looking forward to that. Some people also would like the user interface to be a little bit more personal. People would like to move around on the different things. I mean, the action bar is here, also known as quick slots. People really want to have more control of it. Some people rather have it above here, where my mouse is holding right now, or they just want more control of it. Personally, I've gotten used to this interface by now, so I don't have that much of a problem with it. But I would like some UI scale. I really think the things are too large, especially if you look out here by my Quest. You can see it's just really close, and down here even when I'm holding mouse over, it's just really clustered, some of it, and that can be kind of annoying. But I think the UI is great. It's definitely different, and it's just something you need to get used to. But a UI scale wouldn't be too bad in my opinion. See, there's no UI scale at the moment, which, yeah, it kind of sucks. Another thing is, which is just a minor bug I think, is when you sign up for a Warzone in the game and you sign up with a group of people, groups can only be 4 people, which really sucks. You cannot sign up as a ops group, also known as a raid group. You're allowed only to have 4 people sign up together for a Warzone, and yeah, that's really annoying if you got more than 3 friends. I mean, if you're 5 people who want to play together, you cannot do that because you cannot sign together up for that. Another bug there is when you sign up for a Warzone, you automatically leave your group. Well, that might not be such a problem. I mean, you join a Warzone after all. But if you signed up for that Warzone with a group, then after you're done with that Warzone and you get out of it, then your group is still disbanded, and you have to type /invite and invite all the people to your group again, and then sign up again, which completely eliminates the auto queue function that comes up after you're done with the current Warzone. So that sucks. Another thing is, when you want to sign for a Warzone, you can queue a solo or group queue, but you cannot choose specific. See, I pressed the queue solo. I cannot choose specifically which Warzone I want to get into. Right now, I don't have that big of a problem with it. I mean, I'm fine with whatever Warzone I get into, but I mean, it's kind of nice to have the choice whether you want to sign specifically or if you want to just choose random which Warzones you get into. Another thing I really think is missing is it doesn't count how many honorable kills you got in game. I really think it's really something I need. I think it's really motivating for me. I think it's kind of funny to follow along with how many honorable kills are made in total in the war zones or in world PvP or similar. I'm not saying they need a complete statistic system like they had in World of Warcraft. I'm just saying that they need to just the honorable kills you made in war zones. I just want to know that the amount of kills I made there, or I've been in the presence of. I know it's very much data to be saving down in a database, along with when you consider they have millions of people. So what else do I think is missing? Well, not really much. I really think the game so far is pretty smooth. I don't have any problems with it. It's great, except from this quest. I cannot abandon it, but I think that is just a bug. I need to contact the developers for that. But overall, the game been smooth so far. I mean, it is an MMORPG after all. There is only so many things you can do different from previous MMORPGs. I know, and they already told us that BioWare they're not gonna make something brand new. They wanted to create something that was familiar to most people, similar to most people, so they just went with the default MMORPG style, which I think is just fine. So that's a few of the things I think is missing. Maybe you guys think maybe it's something you want to see in the game that isn't there yet, or something that's just been annoying you, something like that. Maybe you guys been experiencing. I mean, The game is still pretty new. They're gonna be making lots of fixes and patches in the future. And no game, as I said in the beginning, guys, no game is perfect to begin with, and no game will ever be perfect. But it will only get better over time. So looking forward to see what BioWare is gonna do, how many changes, what kind of changes, if they're gonna be fixing some of the issues here, or what they are gonna be doing. It's gonna be interesting, really interesting. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and enjoy the game, okay? And see you in the galaxy, I guess. Bye.